right, guys, and now I'm sitting here with music artist Snow the Product. Welcome to Houston. I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for having me.
Now, I know you've been extremely busy working on a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of your stuff. I've been catching your videos on Mundos, and, I'm excited to have you here. I know this is a much-waited-for interview. Now, I know that you have a mixtape dropping soon, right?
Yeah, Good Nights and Mad Mornings is dropping 12/12. So
12/12.
yeah, so hopefully it's a good thing,
Tell me a little bit about that, what you're going to have on there.
It's just a mixtape about, kind of like how my life is, and I think how a lot of people's life is nowadays. You got to work really hard, and you have long nights and then early mornings, where you just really got to get up and kind of keep with the daily grind. So it's just really explaining, how my life is. And also it's very much about, everything has consequences. So you stay up and party or whatever, then you got to deal with the hangover and, just being real about it.
Now, a lot of people have a story, have a past. Is all your music related to you and your life?
Yeah, for the most part, everything is related to me. Or, once in a while, I'll hear somebody else's, relationship story, and they'll be like, girl, you have to tell this. And I'll be like, all right, so I incorporate some of it. A lot of the artistry in this hip-hop thing is just being able to tell stories, and so some of that is incorporating people's stories into one, or some of it is really just me and what I'm going through. So.
And you write all your own music?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like as a rapper, honestly, all we do is rap. If you don't write your own stuff, then what are you doing? I think singers get away with it a little more because if you're just born a good singer, you might just not be able to write. But as a rapper, it's all you got is what you're writing. You better be writing. But I've written for other people, so.
You have that whole Cali look. Now, you grew up in California, but now you're in Fort Worth. What brought you from California to Texas?
Just family and just prices. I mean, I haven't had a job for a really, really long time. I really live off of this music thing. So it's you always want to be able to be financially secure and smart and, invest in this business as opposed to high prices of gas.
Well, and you're really young. So, I mean, you're doing big things. You're moving. You're staying busy. You're always hustling. I mean, are you one of those 24/7 you're on the grind?
No, really, I'm very, I think about life, and I'm very all some sentimental and emotional and stuff. So I don't think that I have to be working 24/7. I really like to enjoy my family and just, take days off and kick it. But luckily, I've surrounded myself with family in this music thing so that even when I am working, I'm constantly just hanging out with family and friends and just making it as fun as I can possibly make it, so it's a blessing.
And I know that, you said that you consider yourself a normal girl. What exactly do you mean by a normal girl?
I mean, I don't feel like I've ever been, very popular, at school or whatever. I always felt really weird, even when I was. I mean, I did have friends and stuff. I don't know. I think all girls have those weird, insecurities and stuff inside. And a lot of times people have to deal with them. And I just relate to a lot of girls that kind of felt like that. They're outsiders or they're weird. Or that's why my last mixtape was called Unorthodox. I've always felt like I'm just kind of, different, I guess. I think a lot and I'm an overthinker and I worry about things too much. But so I'm repping people like that.
You seem like a young, laid-back, chill kind of girl. I'm sure you have your moments. Everyone has their good and bad days. But, when you get ready to go to the studio, whether you're in a good or bad mood, how do you do it to get ready and get inspired to, get in there and work?
Well, I mean, I have a studio at my place and it's a pretty good, you know what I mean? I honestly have always spent, when I spend money, I spend it on studio stuff. You know what I mean? I'm really about techie type, weird stuff. So luckily I have a good studio at my house. So honestly, I just, kick back and I'm at my house and I invite my friends over and we drink and we party and we, you know what I mean? Watch some TV or whatever. And I get inspired. I like caffeine a lot. And I write some of my most known songs were written in the morning after I drank a lot of coffee. So yeah.
Tell me some of the artists that you've gotten to work with.
Well, right now, I just did something with Tech Nine. I'm talking to Immortal Technique about some stuff that we're doing. Shows I've been able to open up for a lot of different people, and I got some collabs coming up. I know with Emilio Rojas and just a lot of different, different artists that Zero, Trey, just things that kind of just happen. I'm not really chasing that. Like, I'm trying to make my own songs, but luckily there's been a lot of good artists that are like reaching out and being like, hey, you're dope, let's work.
So you kind of grew up and you fell into the whole, this is what you wanted to do growing up?
When I was little, I was like always like singing and dancing and doing weird stuff. And once I hit like middle school, high school, I really kind of like steered away from that. I was like, I'm never gonna be that, whatever. And somehow, I don't know how it happened, that I started rapping and I really felt like this was it. And I just kind of fell into it. And now here I am.
And you say, I mean, you just mentioned that you really don't set the bar, too high. But as far as over the years, where you are now, are you happy with where you are? You still feel like you have a lot more to go? Or, where do you see yourself, a couple years down the line?
I feel like now that I've set my mind on really representing Latinas in the in the limelight and in this whole industry and stuff, I feel like there's a lot of work to do. At the beginning I kind of started like, well, I'll rap, and if people like it, cool, and if they don't, cool. But then once I really got my mind on, I have to make it all the way, and if I'm gonna represent us right, then I'm gonna need to do it right, And when I got signed to Atlantic, that was really one of the main reasons why I signed, was because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna rep it right, then it's gonna be with a major, and we're gonna do this, the old school way and grind all the way to the top. And we still got our independent stuff with Product Entertainment and everything, but I just feel like for the most part, I have a point to prove that Latinas can go all the way in this,
I'm sure that you hear a lot about, I know there's a lot of artists that have been dropping their labels. Why do you think artists drop labels and go independent?
I feel like a lot of times, there's a lot of people involved in a person's career, you know what I mean? And it's like, a lot of times it's money stuff, a lot of times it's just the deal wasn't right, everything is different for everybody, and everybody's deal is different, and it's like, I feel right now, it was the right thing to do, to kind of like try to push in a bigger scope of things and kind of try to, grow as an artist. But I definitely have always been very independent mindset, and when it comes to merch and our website and our street team and everything, I have it very much, in place. So I just felt like that push and that extra, steroids that you can get, hopefully, it works, and if not, then we still got this independent grind, and I'm still Mexican, and I'm still working.
Alrighty. Where can people check out some of your stuff?
Go to wakeygameup.com. Go to snowtheproduct.com. Check out any social networks. Just search Snow the Product, and YouTube. Make sure you check out all my YouTube videos with
YouTube views are skyrocketing, girl.
Yeah, they're up there. A lot of people are checking us out, and nowadays, thank God that with the internet, you can upload a video and people from all over watch it. So you don't have these little pockets in different cities, but you do have like this wide range of like little fans, and then it starts growing, and hopefully we can take it all the way. So wakeygameup.com.
That's what's up. Any final shout outs?
Shout out to my product pushes. That's who I do it for. You guys are the reason I'm still here. And wakeygameup.com, Product ENT, everybody that that's helping me out. And make sure you guys get that good nights and bad mornings. 12 12 12.
All right, y'all. Snow the Product here on Lala's World. A much waited for interview. I'm so excited. Thank you for being on the show. Make sure you guys check her out. I'm sure you're going to do big things 2013. You got my support, so thanks for being on the show again. And we are out of here. Peace.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Snow the Product. Miss WakeYourGameUp.com herself, and you are tuned in to Lala's World.